Hi, so today I have a great question from Karen. And Karen writes to me, Hi Salma, what is content marketing? I am a solopreneur and would like to know more about it. I'm going to have so much fun answering this question, and hopefully, we're going to break down some myths and some success factors in this video. So come on in and keep watching. Hi, I'm Salma Jaffrey, and you're watching Content Marketing Tips, the show to watch if you want non icky marketing strategies that you can implement right away for your business. So, today we're going to talk about the origins of content marketing. Because of Karen's question, I've been thinking about how to explain to you, how to tell you the history of just how old content marketing really is. Because there's a common misconception that it's some really newfangled kind of technique. It's like the latest fad or something, and everyone's jumped on the bandwagon. And I'm here to tell you that that is a huge myth. If you do a Google search on the trends of when the phrase content marketing really started to become popular, then you'll see that around 2011, 2012 is when the search term for content marketing really started to take off, right? But the practice of content marketing is really, really old. In fact, it's as old as over 100 years. And now you're probably wondering, well, who were these companies that were doing this kind of marketing, 100 years ago? All right, so let's rewind back in history to the 1900s, France. So there's a tire company, and it's if you recognize this logo here, it is the Michelin Tire Company. Now, maybe some of you might be familiar with the Michelin logo, the Michelin Tire Company. So, this company was started by two brothers in France, and in 1900 they were faced with a unique problem. There were about 3,000 cars on the roads, and since they were selling tires, of course, their objective was for more people to be owning cars and for more people to be driving those cars, right? And so they hit a plateau in sales, and they were trying to figure out, well, how do we, get people to purchase more tires, to drive further, to have more cars? And so they came upon a strategy. They decided that people need to be given an incentive to drive. And one of the reasons why most people take road trips is to experience new things, so maybe to see new things. In their case, they decided that they wanted to target people who wanted to have good eating experiences, fine dining. They wanted to go out in search of good food, the best that France has to offer. So the Michelin brothers put together a very rudimentary guidebook on the best places to eat within France. And they started this guidebook as an experiment, really, in content, in trying to get more customers to eventually buy their tires for them. But the guidebook became so popular and it was such a hit that today, in 2015, there are versions of this guidebook in just about every country in the world. And if you have heard of the Michelin Star Guide, that's how it originated. So, from each country, they started to identify the best establishments, the best restaurants to go to eat, and then they started to give them a rating. A rating system that is even today used as one of the most premier rating systems for restaurants. So if a restaurant has, 3 or above Michelin stars, it is considered really, really special and something worth going to visit just to eat at that restaurant. So, I mean, they actually started the entire trend of visiting restaurants and that are not in your area, that are not in your locality, just for the experience of eating there. So just think about that for a second. A tire company starting a restaurant guide. So on the surface of it, maybe the concept doesn't really sound very logical, but what it did do for Michelin is that it built their brand. And boy, did it build their brand. And it built their brand so much that now it's one of the premier tire companies and it's also one of the premier restaurant guides. And they managed to marry both of these concepts really, really well. And that is really the essence of what great content marketing can do for your brand. So now let's, come back to the present and see just what is content marketing. And since Karen, you asked, how can it help solopreneurs? And what I want to focus on is that even though content marketing is used by a lot of different brands, I mean, big brands like Coke or Dell, LinkedIn, but at the same time, content marketing is also the perfect marketing, the perfect organic marketing for the solopreneur, the entrepreneur, the startup, the small business owner, the person who doesn't have a lot of resources with which to experiment right now, but has a lot of interest and can spend some time and effort on it. So the thing that I love about content marketing is that it's so scalable. So big companies like Coca-Cola and LinkedIn are using it, and smaller companies, entrepreneurs, startups are also using it to great effect. Now, one of the key things that people wonder about is that, just how is traditional marketing different and how is content marketing different from the older forms of traditional marketing? And one of the ways that I like to best differentiate is using this quote: traditional marketing talks at people, while content marketing talks with people. So if you just take that analogy a little bit further, you know that traditional marketing is advertising based and it sort of interrupts you. So you're watching your favorite show, an ad will come on, it'll interrupt what you're doing. As opposed to content marketing, which aims to pull you in, to bring you in as an audience. So you actively seek out valuable content and you actually want to know what the answer to your problem is. And that really is the crux of content marketing, to solve a problem for a specific person. And when content marketing can do that, that's when it's successful. So to sum it up, every day people are searching for answers to their problems. When they go online, when they read a newspaper, when they read a book, they are searching for solutions to a question in their mind, right? And good content marketing solves that question, gives them answers, gives them ideas, gives them perspective, gives them information, education, entertainment, knowledge to help them become more empowered, to help them understand their problem better. So content marketing is when a company can create valuable content to attract an audience. And the primary purpose of content marketing is to build trust with your audience. I did a video a while back on how you can build trust, how you can get people to know you and like you and trust you. So do watch that video for some more context. So now, Karen, hopefully you have a good idea of what it is, of what content marketing is, and I want to move on to the second part of your question, which is how can solopreneurs benefit from it? So, a couple of benefits, right? And they're pretty groundbreaking benefits and can really push you over the competitive edge into gaining real value. So, the number one benefit is the low barriers to entry, right? Anyone today with just basic technology can turn themselves into a media house. So if you have a smartphone, if you have a basic website, if you have a blog, if you have social network accounts, right, you can start to create content. So it's that easy. Now, easy doesn't mean that there are no rules and that you should start creating a lot of fluff, but easy just means that it's easy to start. There are low barriers of entry. And the other reason that there's low barriers of entry is low cost. So you don't need a lot of specialized equipment. You don't even need to take a lot of courses. You don't need to invest a lot of time into the equipment and the technicalities of it. Although you do need to invest time in understanding how to create great content that your audience actually needs. So the other benefits are that because you're creating so much value, there's a deeper connection with your audience. So it's not like an ad which just sort of like broadcasts some promotional message, but it's more interactive. You're helping people. They're letting you know what they need. You're giving them that information. So it's two-way. It's two-way communication, and it's more valuable for both you as the brand and your audience as the customers. content marketing is actually a great way to generate awareness for your brand, because you can start to create content around your industry's problems, around the problems that your product or your service is solving. So it's a great way to generate a lot of awareness. It's also a really great way to build trust, because when you are creating content, you are typically giving out a lot of information. And when people gain information, knowledge, it empowers them, and that makes them trust the person who is giving that information. So content marketing is also really great for building community engagement, right? Building social communities and building trust around those communities. And a lot of social proof activities can also be built around content marketing. All right, now just to quickly wrap up. So when does content marketing fail? Right now, this might sound counterintuitive right now to say, but when you know what not to do, then you can do the things that matter better. So it fails when it's not consistent. So if you cannot keep up to a schedule that you can commit to, then it's not going to work, because it's a long-term game. It can fail if it's purely promotional. If all you're doing is broadcasting messages, that's not content marketing, and it's not going to work. And it can fail if you expect immediate returns, immediate results. There is no such thing as instant gratification in this industry, right? So you really have to be patient and keep at it. Now, the good stuff. So how does content marketing succeed? How do you know that you're succeeding? Content marketing is successful when your audience says, "This is what I needed." You can tweet that out. I would love it if you tweeted that out. And I would absolutely love it if you shared this video with everyone you know. I hope that it helped to solve some of the questions in your mind, to give you a little bit more information and perspective about the origins and how you can use it and how you can benefit from content marketing, because it's a really powerful tool when used right. As always, please share this video and please subscribe to my video blog. I do one video a week, and if you are subscribed at the link salmajaffrey.com/subscribe, then you will get one video every week straight to your mailbox, and also exclusive discounts that I only share via email. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on Content Marketing Tips.